Welcome back to Old Charles. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting and taking a close look at the 1976 United States 1-cent coin, often called the Lincoln cent or penny. This coin holds a special place in the hearts of collectors, not just for its age but for its historical context and its connection to the United States bicentennial celebrations. Although the coin itself is part of the regular Lincoln cent series, 1976 was a unique year because collectors were paying attention to coins as symbols of American history and pride. The obverse of the coin features the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a design that has been in use since 1909. Created by Victor David Brenner, Lincoln is depicted facing right with the word Liberty and the year 1976 inscribed beside him. The reverse is the classic Lincoln Memorial design, which had been standard since 1959. This design shows a detailed representation of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., a design that was praised for its intricate detailing and careful engraving. For collectors, the 1976 1-cent coin is interesting because most of them are very common in circulated condition, which means their value as everyday coins is simply 1 cent. However, for those who seek out coins in uncirculated condition or proof coins from the mint, their value can increase significantly. An uncirculated coin, especially from the Philadelphia or Denver mint in perfect condition, might be worth a few dollars, depending on the grading and overall appeal. Proof coins often come in special sets released by the U.S. Mint, and these coins are highly sought after by collectors because 1976 marked the United States bicentennial. There were also special commemorative coins released for other denominations, but the 1 cent remained largely the same in design. Still, collectors sometimes look for unique varieties such as double dies or coins with unusual minting errors. These errors can make a coin worth significantly more than face value. In some cases, coins with clear striking errors, off-center strikes, or unusual planchet flaws are particularly valuable. The value of a 1976 1-cent coin can also depend on factors like toning, luster, and whether the coin has been cleaned. Cleaning coins can often reduce their value, so collectors usually prefer coins in original untouched condition when searching for valuable coins from 1976. It is important to examine the coin carefully under good lighting and consider professional grading if the coin appears to be of high quality. Organizations like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or the Professional Coin Grading Service provide third-party authentication and grading which can help determine the true market value of a coin. Collecting coins like the 1976 United States 1-cent coin is not only a way to preserve history but also an engaging hobby that can connect you with generations of collectors around the world. Whether you are just starting your collection or are a seasoned numismatist, understanding the nuances of coin condition, rarity, and historical significance is key to appreciating the true value of coins. The 1976 United States 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln cent, has a long and fascinating history. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Victor David Brenner designed the coin, and his profile of Lincoln has remained on the obverse ever since. By 1976, the Lincoln cent had been in circulation for over 60 years and it had become one of the most recognized coins in American history. The year 1976 was especially significant because it marked the United States bicentennial. Although the 1-cent coin did not receive a special bicentennial design like the quarter, half dollar, or dollar coin, the coins from this year are often associated with the celebrations of 200 years of American independence. The reverse of the 1976 penny still featured the Lincoln Memorial, which had been introduced in 1959. The design was praised for its detailed engraving showing the columns and steps of the memorial, which honors Lincoln's legacy in the nation's capital. During the 1970s, coin collecting became increasingly popular and the 1976 cent drew attention from collectors looking for uncirculated or proof coins. Many collectors sought coins in pristine condition directly from the mint, as these coins represented not only currency but a piece of history. Coins from the Philadelphia and Denver mints were widely circulated, but proof coins and special sets released by the United States Mint were more limited and thus more valuable. The history of the 1976 cent is also connected to the evolution of the U.S. Mint and its practices in coin production. During this era, the mint continued to experiment with different metals and finishes. Although the cent remained primarily copper-coated with a thin layer of zinc, collectors today value the 1976 penny not for its metal content but for its historical significance as a coin produced in a landmark year for the United States. In addition to its connection to the bicentennial, the coin represents the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the stability of the U.S. monetary System collecting coins like the 1976 1 cent allows enthusiasts to hold a tangible piece of American history and to appreciate the artistry and symbolism that the United States Mint has preserved for generations. The story of the 1976 Lincoln cent is a reminder of how coins can reflect culture, history, and the values of a nation while still serving a practical everyday purpose.